ALLY is an accessibility tool in our Blackboard ALLY at UWE. We have access to this tool both as staff and as a test student in our Blackboard course. Our aim is to make our content accessible for all users. ALLY should help us to build a more inclusive learning environment and improve the student experience, helping learners take control of their course content with usability, accessibility and quality in mind, providing choice and flexibility for a more personalised experience in learning. ALLY works within Blackboard to gauge the accessibility of our learning content using advanced machine learning algorithms. It also provides point-of-access guidance and tips for improving the accessibility of our content files. This point-of-need simple guidance will, it's hoped, help us all change behaviour over time. Effectively, it's training us as we add content to our courses. ALLY also automatically generates alternative versions of some of our files, allowing our users to choose the file type best suited to their personal needs. This is indicated next to a file by an icon, a capital A with a down arrow to its right. The coloured gauge icons are the accessibility score indicators for our files. Click on the gauge to open the instructor feedback pane, which gives information on how to improve our file's accessibility. It gives the overall percentage score for the file, lists all issues, a stepped how to fix guidance, and an upload updated file window. We all need to be aware that accessibility checker algorithms are not infallible, nor do they identify more than approximately 40 to 50% of known digital accessibility issues. However, they are very useful as a start to making improvements and supporting us all to learn best practice. If you are unable to access Blackboard, and therefore Blackboard ALLY, you can make use of the tool. Blackboard ALLY have opened up access to their built-in tool in response to the COVID crisis. You don't need to have Blackboard to use it, so you can upload digital files to https://ally.ac/COVID-19 and download them in formats that work better for your personal use with assistive technology, with your mobile, with study and teaching tools. Bear in mind, this is the file transformer part of the tool only. This does not include the BALLY embedded elements that will give you a score on the accessibility of your content. This will just transform files you upload to an alternative format. So, how it works in practice. I'm in my course materials area in my Blackboard test course. I'm in the instructor edit view. Give it a second to update. There we go. You can see the gauge indicators now. These are colour-coded as traffic lights in the UK, but also indicate difference by the needle direction. So, pointing left 45 degrees is red low score, 12 o'clock is orange medium, right 45 degrees is green good, and right 3 o'clock is dark green perfect. These gauges tell us which of our files are in the most serious need of attention. Images and PDFs commonly come up as the first files showing red. The red gauge is telling us we've got an issue, so what do we do about it? Click on the gauge to improve it. It takes a little while to process the document. The instructor feedback pane opens on the right side of your Blackboard window. The centre of the Blackboard window will show the document preview only if it's a PDF, Word or PowerPoint document type. This view is useful. ALLY highlights where in the document specific issues are. It can highlight the occurrence of all issues of a specific type in a document at once. Highlights are available for only the following issue types: images without appropriate alternative text description, text with insufficient contrast, tables without table headers. All other accessibility issues are not currently highlighted in the preview. We have tools in the preview to explore the document's issues. We can move through the document preview page by page. For accessible files, ALLY will tell us what we did correctly. For files with low to high scores, ALLY shows us the issues and gives us a step-by-step guide on how to fix them. We can see how many times a specific issue appears in the document. Select all issues. This view shows you by how much the score can improve by fixing each issue. It's quite a good motivator. Find the issue you want to start fixing and select Fix. Select what this means to learn more about the issue. Select How to and follow the steps to improve the file's accessibility. ALLY organizes this feedback into a decision tree, so all you need to do is read the directions and respond to the prompts. So learn what the issue is, why it matters, and how to correct it appropriately. We can jump between the issue highlights, and we can hide or show the highlights, and we can zoom the preview content in or out, and download the original file. We will all have our own preferences for working with this. My recommended workflow for staff is to focus on the accessibility checker in the original software you created the document in. Most documents for teaching and learning are created in the Microsoft toolset provided by AUI. Word, PowerPoint, Outlook, OneNote, Excel, Visio, and some of the cloud apps have the accessibility checker. You'll find this in the ribbon under the Review tab. Get your document drafts as accessible as you can in these. This will reduce the need to resubmit files to Blackboard ALLY, then download to correct in the original software before re-uploading to Blackboard, a clumsy workflow. If I click into Student View, I can see what students will experience. The first thing to notice is that the gauges have disappeared. Students cannot view the accessibility score of your files. Phew! Although, of course, they can experience hurdles accessing your content if it's not accessible. Notice this icon for alternative formats. This shows us a capital A with a down arrow to its right. This means a selection of possible alternative formats to the original document format can be downloaded. The number of options and types of alternative formats shown will depend on the specific format for the original. The range for PowerPoint original files is quite large, whilst other file types will have less options. Note that not all file types will have an alternative format offering. We've not had ALLY at UWE for very long, so we don't have much data on the student use of ALLY. I suspect, though, that MP3 downloads will be one of the most common alternative formats, because people like to listen to content whilst doing other things. So it would be worth checking the audio download for your most important and in-demand content yourself, for quality and accuracy. We all need to bear in mind that this tool cannot transform an inaccessible original document into an accessible alternative format document. That said, ALLY should really improve the student experience of courses and course content accessibility, whilst training us all in best practice. ALLY also provides an instructor course report, which gives an overall course score and ways to quickly address the course files at scale. This delivers data on accessibility of your course content grouped by content type, and a list of all issues identified in the course. The Content tab shows the content with accessibility issues. Remember, the quality of accessibility in original documents is the most important thing. It will save you hours and hours of effort and aid all learners in accessing their teaching and learning experience.